Hello and welcome everybody. My name is Savage and today we're going to be having a look at Link. We've had a little bit of a sell-off and we're going to investigate, do we think this is going more down or is there a little bit in the tank to the upside? These are the questions we'll be answering shortly. But first I'd like to say thank you for watching this video. If you'd like to show your support, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and feel free to comment with any feedback you have in the comment section below. While you're down there, you can find a link to our Discord in the description. Why not come and have a chat with us? Basically, you jump into the general chat area, at mention a member of staff, we'll help you out with anything we can. Also in the description below, you'll find an affiliate link to BYBIT. This is one of the best exchanges to use in our opinion, whether you want to leverage trade or just spot trade. It really is a great exchange. Okay, so let's get into the price action here. So let's cover off a few things. There's two ways that I'm currently looking at this move to the downside. One way is a little bit bearish, the other is like super bearish. So we're going to be going over the not so bearish one first. And basically what we'd be looking here as looking for this fifth wave to complete a corrective structure to the downside. And this is indicated by this potential green wave 5 here. So we're currently looking at this move as a potential 1-2. So 1 and 2 there, looking for a third wave drop, and we could move down to this area here of as 3.26 to 2.912. Don't know what's going on with the numbers today. Anyway, moving back to the price, we're having a look here. If I jump down into the 1 hourly and we turn on one of the, so basically we are looking at the potential here that we have a this one here. No, actually, let's do the downside one first. So looking at this move here, we're looking at this as a potentially completed A, B, and C to the upside. So that is an expanding flat with 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 up into these highs. Now this would be a completed correction here. We just narrowly missed out on touching on to this 618 area. Need to adjust that slightly. There we go. And now we've started to move away. So we still haven't broken below this low, this low from over here, which is 653. So we'd need more confirmation that this is complete. The first part would come by crossing down below that, and then we would be looking to cross further below this or break down past this 5.534 area. So the way we'd be looking at this current move to the downside is that we have this as a potential 1, 2, making a third wave, 4, and a 5. So what we'd be looking at here is the potential that we still have a little bit more down to come here. And if we look at these internal waves here, we would be looking at this as a 1, up into here as a 2, this all as a third. Potentially it could end here, though it does look like it ends there. Up into a fourth wave here, and then we'd be looking for more downside to the bottom here and a fifth wave. So basically pulling this up into here, this will give us a nice little zone over here, and this would be between the 670 area and the 659 area. This area would be a typical fifth wave area for it to travel, and that would therefore complete this third wave from up here. If I change the degrees down here, it actually makes a bit more sense, even though the degrees are not great. So basically you have this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into this zone. With this completed, what we'd then be looking for is a B wave retracement up into this high. And this is, so basically, if we've got a 5 wave move here, these don't appear on their own. We'd be expecting an additional 5 wave move. So we would then be looking towards this potential rejection area here. And all that is a fib retracement off the top here down to this potential low here, and then basically this gives you a little zone that you might find rejection on. So the 50% lines up with some of these lows here. The 618 is a common area, so I've gone off the 618. If we see a bounce to the upside here in a 3-wave move, a corrective structure, then we could be looking for continuation to the downside. So a 1-to-1 basis would bring us here to this 6.113 area, and that would just be an A, B, and a C if that plays out as indicated there. So I'm going to just quickly get rid of these waves and leave this ABC here. If we turn on the upside, basically, here you are. What we could have here is if we are looking to progress more to the upside in a more complex correction, it doesn't have to do this, but it's something I'm bearing in mind until we break this five $5.52 area. Basically, we'll be continuing to just monitor this, that we couldn't get a B wave in here, and then basically we just have, if I just move this out of here, we have this as an a B down into these lows. So looking at this ABC, if this does play out like we've got it plotted, we could actually look to target this 6113 area, which kind of lines up with this 702 area here, which is the 6.125 area. So if that plays out, then we could look for a potential move up in another C wave. This would probably be a 5-wave move, or it could also be a 3-wave move if it's a WXY. Um, it would have to wait for more confirmation on that, but basically it would still look to target out potentially up to this 852 area. 852 area sits right up here on this rejection box, and that's what we're kind of looking to target out. So the downside potential is all valid unless we cross back above this 9470 area. Breaking above that would then invalidate this impulsive potential to the downside. And what that would mean is that these lower targets would not be valid in this, at least within this count, the way we're counting it currently. It doesn't mean that we couldn't see more downside later on. But basically that's what we're looking at. If we fail to break below this 552 area, then basically we need to be aware in this zone between the 657 to 581 area, we could see an additional leg to the upside here as a B, and a C up into these anywhere between this 880 and 7836. So let me turn those back off now, and we will go on to the the downside potential that we were looking at. Um, so if we have a look here at this, now the problem is if we start to form that impulsive structure to the downside in this 1, 2, and then this third wave down into these zones, and this fourth wave, so third and fourth and fifth wave down into these zones that we indicated earlier. There is another way of counting this, which would indicate that we would have an additional fourth and a fifth wave. And basically what we'd be looking at here, if I bring this out a little bit, is the fact that this whole move down here, actually let me turn off this one so it's a little bit less cluttered. And basically what we would be looking at here is the potential that if we have this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drop here, we could see an additional fourth wave and a fifth wave come in. And if that's the case, we'd have to be careful, because unless we cross back above this area here of 9470, um, we could be looking for continuation to the downside, and these prices could bring us much lower towards this 259 area to this $1.82 area should they play out as we've got here. There's not enough evidence to confirm or deny this yet, so we'd have to see how things react. If we don't manage to get good structure after completing this 5-wave move to the downside, and we don't get good structure in this fourth wave or to the upside, then we could be within this yellow fourth wave still, and then we'd have to wait for confirmation that we have more impulsive structure to the downside. So it depends exactly where this move plays out to be, because basically until we get this blue one formed, we need to just wait, unfortunately, because this could extend and move further down, which changes all these targets. So this is just basically the targets plotted off the fib levels. If we get the structure developing impulsively, or rather extending within the impulses, then we could look for lower target areas. But those are the things that I'm watching for the moment, and I hope you found this video useful. And if you haven't already, please hit that like button, that subscribe button. This really helps us out. I hope everyone has a great day, and until we meet in the next video, keep safe out there, everybody.